You, my friend, did something special today. You unknowingly came across a video that's going to change your heart, your mind, and your life. You're going to help this channel grow and be there for so many other people. You're going to aid in a revival, a revolution to change the minds and the hearts of so many people who have inner wounds, scars that are unseen to the naked eye, to the spiritual mind and the spiritual hearts. We see them every day. And you, my friend, are going to help by subscribing, sharing, liking, commenting, because you're going to enjoy this content because we're drawn here. You're meant to be here to open minds and hearts and spirits for all to see. You, my friend, were meant to be here right now in this channel with me, doing the most for everyone across the globe. You are going to set a revival. You're going to set a fire in people's hearts. Yes, you, simply by watching, commenting, and liking, you can do that. And I have faith that you'll do that because you were brought here to my channel. Of all other channels, you were brought here right now in this moment. So I'll take a moment for you to do that. Subscribe. All right. Thank you for taking your time to do that. I appreciate it. I see you. Throughout my day, I channel so many different things, and I go through so many different memories, feelings. I just go through a lot. And when I do, I take a moment to write it down because there's someone in the world right now watching this video and needs to hear this. There's been a point in time in your life where you're feeling unloved, and the world wanted you to recoil and go inside and just be a shell of a person. You were just afraid to shine. You were afraid to be who you were meant to be because the world has imprinted its beliefs, its thoughts, its energetic evil upon you. I don't want to say evil, it's energetic. Let's just call it ugly. All right. The world likes to imprint ugly upon people. You understand that? Because I firmly believe when we're children, we don't see color, we don't see race, we don't see class of people. We just see another child before us. See, it's when we get out into the world and we take on everybody else's luggage, all their other baggage, right? All their other belief systems. Then we start seeing all these things. Our parent believes in color, or our friend doesn't like this person because they look a certain way. So I have to stand firm with my friends if I'm gonna feel included or part of. I have to cast somebody else out and judge how they look, right? That's the way the world starts conditioning us at such a young age, right? Starts eating away at our purity, at our innocence. It really starts to do that, right? And that's not how you truly feel on the inside, but over the years, that's how you've created a safety net, a barrier, right? And there comes a point in time in our lives where we need to set that down to truly be ourselves, to truly be authentic, right? You take me for who I am, or don't accept me at all. That's where you need to get to be in your life. And I know that's where you're at right now. If you're watching this video, you're tired of the same cookie cutter belief systems, and because that's not how you feel on the inside. You want to be different. You want to be celebrated for who you are. You want that so bad, and you want other people to see how you are today, and they don't take it the same way we do, right? They'll think you're different. It's kind of like the runt of the litter, right? They get kicked out and they get outcasted, right? The runt of the litter, that type of thing. Well, you're not. You're not the runt of the litter, and you know that. You're bigger than everybody in the room you sit in with. You have a heart of gold, a pure heart that the world has done its best to cast you aside, feel different, and ostracize you to where you want to put your head in the sand and let the world evolve around you, right? Because that's your safety net. That's how you felt safe. And now you want to break out. You want to do different. You want to be different. You want to be known for that. But not everybody around you that you used to run with is accepting of that because they're scared. They're awkward. They're insecure to themselves because that's what the world's done to them. That's how the world programs each other. But you want to be different. I know you do. You're here right now watching this video. You're different. Relish that. Enjoy it. If people can't accept you for who you are, they don't deserve to be in your life to begin with. You need to know that you're special. You're different. I see you for it. And you know what? The world, they don't see you for that. Like I said, they don't need you in their world. They don't deserve you. As I go throughout my day, like I said, I make these notes, and I made sure I wrote this down. Love can be a hard commodity to come by, right? Real love, because we see what the world considers love. I consider love to be a hard commodity because love should truly come with no strings attached. And it should always be reciprocated with no condition. Like, you ever see a video where a wife's leaving a car and she tells her husband, I love you, but he doesn't say it back to test her? That's wrong. You should always tell someone you truly love that you love them. That should always be reciprocated. And if it's not reciprocated, that's a red flag. You understand? I know you do. I know you do. So love can be a hard commodity to come by. Love takes years to really find out what it means. You understand? Some of us get into relationships off the bat. We want to tell the person we love them because there's something about it. That's for somebody. That's for somebody. Love, it, it's not a commodity. It's something that people use as a commodity, as a weapon, to get on somebody's good side and then stab them in the back. It becomes a two-edged sword. But when you become authentic, become original, people look at you to find out what love is. You understand that? To find out what truly love is, because they see you loving yourself from within. Your light starts emanating outside of you, and people are attracted to that, and they want to know what love is. And then you can tell them what your version of love is. And it's usually the right one, because you've been hurt so many times, and you can't understand why they're hurting you so much, because it's the opposite of what their version of love is. They don't like your version of love because then it shines a light onto their love. They're shallow, very shallow version of what love is. So it leads me to my next channeled message. People see scars, defects, and ugly. I see inner beauty beneath what the world deems different. That authenticity, that uniqueness, right? People want others to fall in line and be cookie cutter and be the same as everybody else, because that makes them feel comfortable about themselves, because they've spent so many years creating this persona, this facade, because that's what the world has programmed them to believe what love is. I always, throughout my life, I always hung out with the people that they did wrong, but they were original and they didn't care what the world thought of them. I was a work in progress myself, as I know you're a work in progress, right? We all are. We're always evolving into something bigger and better than ourselves, because we learn from our mistakes. And those who don't are deemed to repeat their mistake. Like the people who, when I was growing up, I had half my face tore off by a dog. And the way people would look at me and joke about me, all these other things, it made me feel awkward about myself. That also, in return, it sent me to the part where, I was talking about I hung around with the wrong people, but I didn't care. See, it kind of worked in my favor, but it started making me feel insecure and all these other things about myself. But see, I had to grow past that. I had to understand they don't deserve to be in my life because they don't see the light that's within. You understand it? They didn't look past they didn't look past the package. They didn't open the book to read the awesome story that lies within. You understand? They didn't take the time to do that because they saw the package. They saw the cover, the dust jacket of the book. See, you're like me. I look for what's in. I see past all that imprinting, right? The projections that life has put onto other people. I see past all that. And those have been some of the best people I've ever come across. You understand that? Because they themselves have been beat down by the world, and they got to the same crossroads I was at. And you're at the same crossroad right now. You're trying to find out, why is life worth living? Why is life worth loving? Why is life even worth experiencing? Since all these people do this to me, they judge me. It's because they see the light that's within. They see that you go against their grain. They see that you're original, you're unique, and you want that. You want to jump in joy for who you are, and you want people to accept that. And I'll tell you right now, not everybody's going to accept you for who you are, but yet they don't deserve to have you in their lives. And this might be people who've been in your life your entire life. The second you veer off course to go into your own life and do what you want, to enjoy what you want, they cast you out. They eat their own. The ones who run in a mob, they're cookie cutter and they believe in the same thing, and you can't tell them anything different. If you think any different than them, they'll eat you. They don't deserve you. And you'll find your friendship, your circle gets smaller and smaller, but it's quality over quantity in life. You understand that? Quality over quantity any day of the week. Like I say, I am my own best friend. I can trust myself over anybody else. If I'm doing something wrong, I'll catch myself first and I'll get back on track because I trust my inner feeling. I trust who I am on the inside. It's taken many years of going through this type of stuff I read off. I know you get it, guys. I know you get it. So, anyways, guys, this comes to the end of the video. I thank you for being here. You're making the best choice in your life right now, being a part of this community. We're bringing a revival back to the world right now via this channel. I give you real, I give it to you, I give you the truth because that's what you deserve. You deserve the truth. You can always come back here every day and turn on one of my videos and you'll always get the truth. You're accepted here. I see you for who you are. You're unique. You're one of a kind. You want to know the deep, in-depth reasons to why life is and why you are who you are and why you're at where you're at. That type of stuff. All right, guys. So do me a favor again. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe. I'll take a second before I say goodbye. All right. Thank you. All right, guys. God bless. Namaste. And I'll see you guys in the next one.